Hey, welcome back to another episode of 10 Minutes with a Missionary, where every minute counts and the mission keeps moving forward. No passport needed, no script used, no filter applied, just you and me and about 10 minutes of mission momentum. So today was a full day. We had a full house at Uptalk tonight, and my heart is full. Let me tell you why. We started last night celebrating my lovely wife, Yui's birthday. Her birthday is on July the 3rd, and we knew that today was going to be kind of busy and kind of full. We weren't going to have a lot of time to celebrate, so we went and watched a movie last night that she's been looking forward to watching for a while, Jurassic Park. Any Jurassic Park fans out there? Yeah, it just came out and was released here on Wednesday night, on the night of July the 2nd. And so we went and watched the movie late last night, and then today had to get ready and take care of a few surprises for her and also things for our outreach tonight. And then tonight we had a packed house once again. We had to turn away people starting on Monday of this week. We got filled up really quick. We had 2 people come tonight. It was their first time, both from China. One is a university student and one is a high school student. The high school student is into guitar and the university student is into rap. So how cool is that? So they had a really good time, and we got to wish Yui a happy birthday tonight. We got to sing happy birthday to her with everyone there. I got to give her a cake and blow her candle out. She got to blow her candle out, make a wish.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
All right. Really special. Got to give her flowers and just really honor her tonight. That was really cool. What's really interesting is that Yui's birthday is on July 3rd and my mom's is July the 2nd. So it's like back-to-back days. The 2 most important ladies in my life have birthdays. And so we were celebrating, calling my mom a couple days ago on her birthday, sent her a present, and then starting last night, we started celebrating Yui's birthday. But it was really cool. Even some of our friends tonight brought Yui gifts. It was just so thoughtful of them. One that had gone on a trip to another country and brought something back for her. And so anyway, just really thoughtful and really touching. We talked tonight at our outreach about relationships, talked about, is love enough? I thought it was kind of interesting how that topic came up as we were celebrating Yui's birthday. But we just talked about, is love enough to sustain your relationship? Or if you enter into marriage, people before sometimes would say let love sustain your marriage. But I read a quote just recently in a book by John Mark Comer, and it was Dietrich Bonhoeffer that he was quoting, but he said, some people say, let our love sustain our marriage and our commitment. But he said, actually, it's the other way around. It's like, let your marriage sustain your love. And it's in that framework of commitment where real love is actually able to grow and to mature. And so we talked about that tonight, and how that's kind of a lost art, in the world that we live in today. And that how in China right now, the marriage rate is at a 40-year low. In Thailand, 40% of the people in Thailand do not even plan to get married. Some of the people tonight in our talk, they also talked about they were going to be single the rest of their lives. They didn't plan to get married. We talked about that was because of fear and disappointment, fear of making the wrong choice, or fear of having that person leave, or just disappointment with the other relationships maybe that you had seen up close. Maybe that's a parental relationship, parents that got divorced, or other friends that had gotten divorced, and that it was really causing people to shy away from committed relationships. We talked about just the different dynamics in the different countries that our friends come from in China, how it's different than Thailand, and how it's different in America than here in Asia, and even Vietnam being different than Thailand and China. So it was really good conversation. People really leaned in and shared, and we're actually going to continue the conversation next week because it's such a engaging, important topic for so many of us. Actually, you and I are the only ones that are married there, but several of the other people are in committed relationships. So we're going to continue the conversation next week and talk about it from a different angle. But it was really cool. We talked about just, how we all crave and we all desire. We all were made for that type of love, that doesn't walk away, when things get difficult, and we all long for someone to love us, even as we're fully known to them, for them to love us completely and willing to stay with us and willing to fight for the relationship and willing to choose us, and choose the relationship instead of choosing sometimes what's more convenient. So it was really good time. We also talked about the idea of that love is about becoming the right person, not like looking for the right person or finding the right person or moving on, when you think, okay, this person's not the one, after you've already committed. So we talked about that process of becoming, that even after you get married, that you're still becoming and that you change and that you have to be willing to grow and transform if you're going to see your relationship succeed. So that was really cool. We had an amazing testimony this week too. We are planning on starting Alpha next week, hopefully. And we're doing an Alpha training this weekend with some of our team. But we were really praying for just the provision for that, because it does cost money and we don't have the budget for it right now. And someone from China actually gave us an offering tonight through another friend. And it's going to pay for the first 4 weeks of Alpha. And so how cool is that? I mean, just amazing. So we're so excited about that, and just take this as a sign that God's going to provide for the rest of the 8 weeks that we have it. And I know he's looking forward to doing great things in people's lives. So please be praying for us in that, and that God would just touch lives through this amazing course and through the content that's shared, through the discussions we have, through the worship and the prayer time we have together, and that God would just really do a work in people's lives, and that they would really be willing to open their hearts to him. We also had a great testimony and a really amazing opportunity come our way recently. I got connected with a Chinese church leader, and who is actually working with training some of their missionaries in their house church movement, missionaries, church planters that are planting in areas that are unreached. And he asked me to come alongside them and help them train these missionaries and help speak into them and help just with some of their oversight and being able to help them hopefully go further faster in what they're doing. And so that's really amazing. It's not just about addition, it's about multiplication. And so we're excited to be able to reach out and be able to help those that are getting the job done in other places as well. So from a full house, a full day, a full heart, thank you again so much for watching. And please reach out, email me at jim@hopeoverasia.org. Like, subscribe, share with a friend, comment on whatever spoke to you. And if you have any questions, please connect with us. Looking forward to seeing you next time on 10 Minutes with the Missionary.